So hello traders, very good morning and welcome to today's live market profile analysis by Tradeducation. We are at episode 153 and before I share today's analysis, I would just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay. So with that, let me quickly share my screen and let's look at the potential option development paths for today. Okay. So let me first start with the daily chart, and from the daily chart, we are clearly seeing that. Okay, let me change the color white. Okay. So this is the entire supply zone. Okay, and secondly, the option is just one time framing higher. Okay, with very narrow range. Okay, so this is an indication that sellers are really trying hard to take the auction down, but it's not happening. It's not happening. So this is an important reference to note that the sellers are really trying to push hard, but they are not able to do it. Okay, what has happened is this was a sort of a retest, from the seller's point, and again yesterday the same level came from the price action perspective. Again, the sellers were trying to sell. Okay, but what was happening is it was more of absorption of supply, and buyers are currently the ones who are winning the auction. Okay, so let me jump to the volume profile chart, and if you see, so we have got some of the reference. Let me add the yesterday's data point. Okay. Okay. So first of all, one of the references which I shared was this HVN. This is the low value area high, which was tagged yesterday, and this is from the March contract, or the March time frame, wherein this was more of a supply zone, wherein a lot of sellers. And yesterday, what happened? The auction opened around it, and then it slowly tried to enter into yesterday's auction, and we had a peacock, and that's where the reversal happened, and again the auction closed around the highs. Okay, so today what we are seeing is the auction is around the balance high. So this is the balance high, and we are still trading in a range. There is a lot of sideways movement which is happening, so we will be having one more peacock, indicating that a lot of short-term players are currently playing in the auction. Okay, so let me minimize this. So this is from the high level perspective, and now let me jump to the market profile chart. Okay. Now let me mark the references. The reference is the high of yesterday. We have a peacock. Let me delete that. Then we have the low of yesterday, and if you see, here is exactly where the auction came in and it just reversed. So one of the auction paths which I shared yesterday is wait for 11,358 something to tag. If it goes below that, the auction will come down. The peacock will act as a level of support, and there will be some sort of reversal. And this was a good trade location, from yesterday. So for today's auctions, where it's going to open, let's see the pre-open market session. So pre-open market session, it's flat or 33 points down, so 11,289, so 349. So let's study the overall structure of the market. So first of all, we have a small axis on the high and a small axis on the low. Okay, so that is a good data point. Second data point, there aren't any halfbacks. Anomalies which were there were cleared yesterday. So what we have is this peacock reference. Okay, so what is going to happen is the auction is going to open around the lows, in this below the peacock and below the halfback, and I think value area low is somewhere around here. Just let me check where is value area low. Yeah, so value area low is around the high of yesterday. Okay, so this is the value area, this is the reference level which I'll be checking. If the auction opens below it, we might see further continuation to the downside. Okay, and then try to tag this single print zone. Okay, so this is the first auction development path. Second auction development path which I see is auction opens around the value area high. It tries to develop sideways, and maybe around the lows is where the auction reverse, and then it continues towards the upper side. Okay, this is the second auction development path. Third auction development path which I'm seeing is it opens above the value area high, and the value area high act as the level of support, and the auction is just developing sideways, and then in the late session we might have a spike up or a spike down. Okay, so these are the three auction development paths which I'm seeing to happen today and during the market open, and the auction will start in next 30 seconds. So in the meantime, guys, if you have got any comments, feel free, or else let's wait and observe where the auction opens. So yesterday, okay, so the auction is open way around this single print zone. So now everything changes. So let me delete that. So what has opened is this was a G2 low, a back-to-back gap down, and this already has been cleared. So now we are again in the support zone. So buyers will be stepping in, and what I'm expecting is buyers to continue higher, and maybe around this level is where a sort of reversal will be seen. Okay. So for the moment, let me delete this. Let me also look at the order flow chart. Just a minute. I also need to see this profile. Okay, we also have one more peacock here. So one of the auction development path is that it will go higher. Second auction development path is it tags the low, and maybe around this peacock reference level is where a sort of reversal can happen, or we can see some sideways development, and then we may see a sharp drop. Yeah. So this is the current auction. From the volume profile chart, it has opened below the value area high. So now what I'm observing is value area high will act as the level of resistance. This is the level of resistance, and auction will go high, tag, and then we might see continuation to the downside, and you can book positional shorts around the VPOC level. Okay. So for the moment, wait for it to tag the value area high. If it so what's going to happen is it's going to go, it spend some time, and if it comes below, that is a good opportunity to take a short position, positional short I'm talking, with your target of the VPOC level, that is at 11,150. Yeah. For the moment, it looks that it will tag this. So there is a quick scalp opportunity wherein you can take a long trade, keeping a stop loss maybe at the half back or maybe around the lows, and this can be your target. Yeah. So this is from the volume profile chart. And let's look at the order flow chart and how many contracts traded. So 8,000 contracts has traded. So a lot of stop hunting has been done. Now there is a divergence. So the overall pressure from sellers are more, but candle looks bullish. So we are still 2 minutes to go in order to confirm that. Also, we had an one HVN, so that is currently acting as the level of support. So if this level, is sustainable, if this level stays, then odds are high that we'll be tagging the HVN and also the high of yesterday. Yeah. Let me also jump to the volume chart, and from volume chart, we are seeing that delta is diverging. So basically, sellers are currently winning. It's below VWAP. Also, balance of power is below zero. So odds indicates of selling pressure coming in and tagging the low. So this can be a trap down move wherein you short, but then immediately the auction just rises. So at the around the lows, or if you are a discretionary trader, just wait for the auction, because it is trading around the high of the 7th of August profile, and the more time it spend around here, so ideally it should go higher. If it doesn't go higher, then this can be a good spike, and we might see continuation to the downside around the peacock levels. Okay. So let me see if there are any comments. No comments for the moment. Let me hit refresh. Okay. So the auction looks pretty bearish. There is a previous week high around from the spot chart at 11,243. Sorry, 11,256. My bad. And currently the auction is trading around those levels. Okay. So if you see, this was the trap move which I was sharing. So a lot of people would be trying to short the market. So if you see, this is where maximum sellers have come in, and what's going to happen is if we see close above this, then we will be tagging the highs, and we'll be seeing further continuation to the upside. So the close is above the VWAP level. So good selling pressure coming in. Let me just jump at the numbers. So good selling pressure is coming in. Good drop. If you see the drop in the, it's a very good drop. So the reference is the HVN should be tagged. So today's low should be tagged. Okay. So first 5 minute, if you see 12,550 contracts, so pretty good volume in the first 5 minute candle. Despite of lot of selling pressure, the candle closed bullish. Candle closed green, and this candle again, the second candle should also close above VWAP. So let's see whether we are developing sideways, whether we are seeing continuation to the downside, because now it is just trading around the lows of the 10th of August. Pretty good selling pressure, pretty good pressure from sellers. So this is the entire support zone. I'm just waiting at the candles, observing the auction. Okay, so a previous week high, a good reference has been broken in the spot chart, and now the auction is again below the range of yesterday. I would say not yesterday, but the low of 10th of August. So good selling pressure happening. So 12,550 volumes. Right now we have 3,597 volumes. So selling pressure should continue. We are seeing lack of selling. So maybe in the next candle is where we will see sellers stepping in. So 2 minutes to go. And we are just around the value area lows. Good selling pressure coming in, but volumes are not supporting it. It might be in the next the third 5 minute candle is where we'll be seeing more downside. Okay, so buyers are stepping in again. So we had a good wick here, good selling pressure in the first 5 minutes. Here again, buyers are stepping in. So from context, stops have been hit, and that's why we had a lot of 12,550 volumes contracts traded, and it is in the demand zone wherein buyers were there. So we were missed buying on the 10th of August. Today again they will be jumping in and building up their positions. So stops which were built around the low of 10th of August, they have been tagged. Auction tried to reach below it, but again, it came above. So if you see, it's closing above VWAP, not a good sign. Cumulative delta is now I think developing sideways. It has gone above VWAP. So basically, we will be seeing people covering their shorts. Whoever sold, they will be trying to covering their shorts, and we might see a good tempo on the upside. Okay. So that is the known effect, cause and effect. But let's see whether that happens or not. So 12,000 second is 5,800, about less than 50% of the first 5 minutes. Again, now sellers are stepping in, but if you see the delta is flat. So so this is a single print zone. It has been tagged. Uh, Nothing much. Let me just split this. So this was a selling, sharp selling move, and then when buyers came in, so this is the buyer's zone. So buyers would be supporting it this level, and we might see continuation to the upside, around the peacock, or around this, around the low of 11th of August. So no comments yet, and the time is 9:26. We have 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes 40 seconds to go. Now again the VWAP test is going on. So auction again came back below VWAP. So this can be a retest. So this was one, and this was the second time. Okay, so maybe you can change. You can take a short position, targeting the value area highs of 7th of August. That is 11,223. Are there any HVNs? Yeah, there is one more HVN here. So further continuation to the downside should be seen. Sellers would be coming in. So we are at a junction where the support was broken, turned into resistance, and now again that resistance is broken and turned into support. So a lot of market generated information is happening, and on the spot chart, we are above the previous week high, just trading around those level. Okay, so buyers stepping in. So we should see a sharp tempo. Okay, so good learning day today, 12th of August, 2020. So let's see whether the continuous push is happening. Okay, and I think it won't be less, so this volume should be greater, but it's not the case. Let me just check the cumulative delta. It's turning flat, and now it's making new highs, and it's in the second standard deviation. We have a poor low here, we have got small axis here. Okay, so there's a delta divergence, shift in delta, only 3000 contracts traded, nothing much. Cumulative delta is flat, so 24, 24, here also 24. So sellers would be stepping in. So I'm expecting sellers to do push again hard and try to tag the lows. That's what I'm expecting, but odds are less. So this VWAP can be a retest level, wherein again you can take a buy position around the VWAP, targeting the highs of today and the value area high, that is at 11,287. Yeah, so the VWAP test is going on. Yeah, so what I was expecting earlier, sellers should push try hard. So this was a trap up move. Let me see from the VSA chart. Yeah, so basically no demand is happening. So two times buyer stepped in. This is the candle where there is no demand. So we might see continuation to the downside, tagging the HVM. So buyer should close this candle below VWAP, and that's where we will be seeing more downside, continuation to the downside. If that is not happening, again we'll be just developing sideways and try to tag the high. Okay guys, so that's what I wanted to share today, and I would request you to please do like, subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified for the upcoming live videos. And there is a poll which I'm running on Telegram, and it seems that people are interested to get a lot of free stuff in for free. So I think I won't be doing that paid activity. Anyways, it's not worth to spend or invest my time wherein people are just focused on getting everything for free. Yeah. So observe this level, and let's again catch up tomorrow and see how the auction develops. Yeah. So with that, take care and bye for now.